Y'all know one of my favorite things ever is a two-piece. Oh my God. Y'all scoot up. Make sure y'all hit the like button. It's your girl, Shay Renee, a host of my comment section. And I want to welcome everybody to my channel, into my show, and to a new week. Babe, I did a nasty little two-step for y'all. Mm. Did y'all see that? Anyway, y'all, child, why that two pieces just rolled out my tongue like that? It just, it's, no, I mean like a two-piece set. Like, I love a good two-piece set. I know I told y'all. Hold on, let me see. All right, the B bill. I let the B bill a little bit. Shout out to that. I'm happy. Well, I'm irritated. Well, I'm. Listen, I got a lot going on. Yeah, not you. I got a lot going on. Something on my mind. Baby, listen, I got a lot going on, y'all. And it's like, do I go live? I don't go live. They say, I say, It was too quiet, though. Yeah, no, truth is, it was too quiet. Oh, let me see. Because we gotta, hold on, let me see. I'm about to talk about these chains of events. What is this? Shop, people just, they be playing around. Yeah, no, truth is, sometimes folks be playing around. What is this? I wonder. Okay. Hold on, y'all. That's a lot going on. Wait. I know I ain't gonna have y'all hold it out so loud. Cause like my babe, shout out to my babe. Like my babe like to tell me, hold on, was a song made in the 90s. Is that what it was saying? In the 80s? Ooh, babe, you gonna have to tell me again because you ain't said it in a while. You know, truth is you just ain't said it in a while. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Cause I'm trying to. I'm trying to get everything in order. Okay, we talk about everything in order. Okay, so I gotta get my order of events. Yeah, now let's get the order of events done. So y'all make sure, like I said, y'all make sure y'all scoot up, get comfortable, and hit the damn like. It's your girl Shay Renee, baby, and I'm in the building. Yeah, I say yeah. I remember when I was a kid, we used to sing this song. It say the roof, the roof is on fire. That's how I feel. Like, what I say, it's your girl, Shay. That's like equivalent to that. Yeah. Yeah. So in my mind, okay, I see MNFers running. So, Shay Renee is on. Shay Renee is on. Mama, move. Shay Renee is on. That's for all the bad kids. Yeah, the truth is the bad kids, the ones that cuss their mama out. Child, the NBAs, and not the young NBAs. I said, yeah, them. Oh, whatnot. Y'all make sure I scoot up, get comfortable, and hit the down light. Now, ooh. I forgot about NBA YoungBoy going off on his mama yesterday like that. eat, but Sharana jumped right online with them eyes. And she say, what? Sharana say what now? Oh, Lord. But I'm glad that they, didn't really, just do a lot. Now they did enough, especially him. He really did enough. Yeah, no, truth is, Um, and like, I'm just like, I feel him. I feel him. I do. I really, really do. That now, when I say I feel him, that don't mean I agree. That just mean I understand. You know. And so, you know, like with that being said, he has my thoughts because it's sad. But I want to, it's just like you can. He just gotta let the hurt go, which he does seem to be on his way. You know what I'm saying? Slowly, slowly making his way downtown, walking fast. So shout out to him. Shout out to that. Now anyway. Yeah, because y'all know how I feel about it. Nobody is going to win. It just is what it is. Like when the family is feuding, there's no winning that. Okay? That's what my audience said when I said, okay. They said, y'all heard them. What you mean? They know I like that gunner-ish. Hold on. That's different. Anyway, child, I got so much going on. Yeah, no, truth is, let me just tell y'all right quick. I'm just irritated. It is what it is, y'all. Truth is, I'm really irritated because technology is moving forward, okay, and it's just like passing me up. Yeah, now truth is, that's another reason why I be manifesting Jody. Okay. That's another reason why I be manifesting Jody. You know what I'm saying? Truth is because I just you know what I'm saying? Yeah, nah, it's just something about that and me that don't mix. That's the truth. You want the truth? You gotta be able to handle it. And that's the truth for me. It just it's just something about it. I just can't stand it. It's like the minute somebody tell me, you gotta do X, Y, and Z online, it's like like they done cooked my goose, child. They done cooked my goose. Yeah, nah, truth is. You know what I'm saying? Because it is what it is. Like, I'm not used to all of that. I don't like all of that. And so, yeah. Child, here we is. Like, ugh. Stuck on square one today. And I'm really, really, irritated. It just is what it is. But shout out to God and shout out to, what I'm saying, for blessing me with this thing that I do have called a life. Okay, it is what it is. Shout out to that. I got a life. And I just know that I know that I know that, like, it has to be. I'm just not here for all of that. Yeah, no, truth is, I don't believe that he gave it to me for me to be all stressed out and stuff like that. So it is what it is. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I have just decided to move on. Does that make sense? Yeah, from those feelings this morning, y'all. It just is what it is. But yeah, I'm a little irritated with life today. mm-hmm. Mm-mm-mm. Annoyed. Really, really, really annoyed, But It is what it is. I tell y'all that though. Don't I tell y'all? I tell y'all that all the time. I don't, it's just something about it. I just can't get with it. It is what it is. I cannot stand it. It's like everybody wants you to like commit to um their schedule. That's how I feel about it. And for me, I love walking to the beat of my own stuff. I don't really like. So it is what it is. It's a tug of war, y'all. So y'all make sure y'all keep your girl in your prayers. Okay, it just is what it is. Shout out to that. Now anyway, ooh, so what's today? I believe it's Wednesday. Shout out to that happy Wednesday, y'all. So last week, Taida, y'all heard about a woman, she went off on everybody. Yeah, the truth is she went off on everybody because she was like, listen, y'all need to stop. Basically, she was like, you bitches, okay, and y'all think pieces. Y'all gotta stop. That's what she was saying. Taina was basically like, no, y'all need to mind y'all business. Y'all business. So, hey, she said, because all that shit over there is mine, oh mine. That's what Taina said. Or what I said, well, gone, Taina. Yeah, please. I want to see you do it, okay? Truth is, because I said, girl, please. It is what it is. You ain't gonna stress us out. Okay? So, yeah. Say, yo. Because the truth is, y'all, I'm going to say this and I'm going to be done with it for real. Because, yeah. Tiny say, quick. Tiny said, quit making up these think pieces. Okay, when it comes to her and her. Yeah, now, truth is, she said, just when it comes to her and her, though. And I'm like, you know what? That's fine. We moving on. Vroom. Yeah, okay. So shout out to that. We moving on to Blueface and Chrisean. Just that fast, you see? I said just that fast. Don't. Okay. Um. Truth is, like, what she mean, girl? Roll with us or get rolled over. Okay. Pookie butt. But anyway, girl, for real, child. Yes, truth is. She said quit talking about her. Okay, we done. But anyway, I will say this though. Listen. For all of you relationship people, you know what I'm saying? Not relationship people, but like, okay. See, the advantages about a private life is you just really ain't gotta. Yeah, no, you just really ain't gotta. That part is like closed off. Yeah, like a road. When they say closed, go the other way. Yeah, you're gonna have to find another way. Yeah, the truth is, people just they're gonna have to find another route to take. And so, like, when you all let folks into your lives, right? The way you let folks into your lives, um, people pay attention. It is what it is. Like, people pay attention. And I keep telling y'all, and I've been telling y'all, well, I keep telling y'all lately. Yeah, like, that, what I'm saying, social media is like our TV. It is what it is. It's our new TV. So people are paying attention. Boo Boo Kitty. Okay, and it is what it is. Like, you say, they say, you say, they say, it is what it is, y'all. They didn't recognize the change. Okay, it is what it is. So hey, y'all gotta keep that in mind. Okay? It is what it is. Y'all gotta keep that in mind. Now I will say this though, you know, uh Shot it. Now, I will say this. People be trying to say that they think that something is going on in paradise, um, because Taina don't be having on her ring like that. And I just want to say, when you get that big old Rockefeller has, whatever. you know. I mean, she really gonna need a bubblegum edition of that. Yeah, no, truth is, it just is what it is. Like, she needs like, it's almost like the Kim K thing. She can't wear that every day. I mean, let's be real. Um, she can't. She can't. Uh, and probably wouldn't even want to either, child, the kind of world we living in. So anyway, shout out to them and shout out to all of that. Child. But anyway, let's continue. Yeah, let's go ahead and roll on. Everybody get your roll on. Everybody get your roll on. Shout out to the big timers too. Especially especially baby, okay, who is just recently celebrating his 2-year anniversary. Now, listen, I don't know what's going on with Tony Braxton. Yeah, no, truth is, because, like, if I had to guess, I would say that Tony Braxton's marriage certificate is somewhere in somewhere in the same file with Dr. Brian's stuff. Truth is, because I just, Tony, every time she talk about the marriage, I'm confused. I'm literally confused, because, hell, I thought they was married 7 years ago. But, I think truth is, she said they celebrating 2 years, the two-year anniversary. But man, I promise you, it's God is my witness. Yeah, no, truth is, he's just gonna be my witness. I could have sworn that I'm having deja vu. Yeah, it is what it is. Could have sworn to just, it's so confusing. But anyway, shout out to the big timers and Birdman, okay? And Tony Braxton, who celebrate their 2-year anniversary, 2 years, real, like, that's crazy. 2 years, that's a toddler. Like, remember when Tony gave us this long, drawn out story about what happened to her ring? I could have sworn that was a wedding ring. So that was her engagement ring. Cause that story sure is over 2 years ago, I think. Child. I guess that's why they say mind the business that pays. Yeah, now truth is, to go ahead. I want to see you do it. Okay. So let's roll, y'all. And hit the damn like. It's your girl Shay Renee, and I'm gonna be over there. Hold on, I need to put these clothes up real quick. Y'all make sure y'all scoot up, get comfortable, and hit the dang on like. I don't know who that was, but shout out to you, because I like that. Yeah, not true, because I like that. But y'all, hold on. I need to put these clothes up real quick, and then I'll be right back. When I get back, we'll be talking Coily Ray. We're just gonna be talking rap girl, Coily Ray. Hold on. All right, y'all. Anyway, so listen to this, y'all. OMG. Trippy Red. Child, a minute Trippy Red said something. The people said, Peaches, come get your rock wall. Child. A mess. But listen, Quella Rice said, move, Cardi. Moved it. I'll get out the way. I'll get out the way. Get out the way, Cardi. Yeah, kind of, sort of. Shy, because watch you Red gonna hop online yesterday. Yeah, now, truth is, what? Take the what, you know what? Now, you, what? He said he gonna hop online yesterday, talking about some. Oh, man, hold on, y'all. Hold on real quick. He is so disrespectful. Oh, Lord, my bad, y'all. Oh, Lord. So anyway, I have to help my little kid with something. With technology and her. You know how that went. I ain't know what the hell I was doing. So anyway, child, Triple Red is so disrespectful. He's about, he's, Triple Red is crazy. He's about, y'all tell them to tell y'all. She ain't let me see my baby. Oh, well. Why us? Why us? Let me find out. Why you want us to know? Before y'all tell you how I feel about it. Why us? Period. Like, what? You see? Yeah, no, truth is, I'm trying to figure it out. Why you want us to know? Sounds like he over there trying to get his Tory lanes on, okay? Trying to use public opinion. Truth is, that's what it sounds like. I said, go on. I said, go on, Drippy. Not now, okay? Not now. Coy's busy. There's boys on the yard. Baby, Coy is busy with the boys on the yard. Trippy, I mean, I'm just saying, baby, I mean, I'm just saying, you know, check back. You know what I'm saying? And keep reaching out. Period. Shout out to that. Don't never stop reaching out. You don't never want her to think that she got you. Yeah. Don't never let her think she just gotcha. So shout out to that. You just keep trying. Okay? Keep trying to get the baby. You know, not to mention, I'm sure that was probably for his fans anyway, right? Because Trippy don't really mess with us. Trippy don't even mess with us. For real. So go ahead on. We ain't gonna be able to help you. It is what it is. We ain't gonna be able to help you. Queen ain't gonna listen to us. Child. So anyway, the Rap Girls channel, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Picked up a little steam yesterday, you know, after Triple Red got online and said, you know, like, yeah, like, yeah. Cousin Coy out from Maine to Spain, child. So, oh, I eat. It's crazy. Triple, you gotta let that hurt go, okay? It is what it is. He gotta let that hurt go. Because he be doing all of this and doing all of that on the internet, but he be the one looking hurt, okay? It is what it is. Speaking of being hurt and letting the hurt go and stuff and all of that though, I'm wondering is what's kind of still together, Coy and the mean man, Mr. Mean. Is Coy still with Mr. Mean or not? Mrs. Coy Mean? Mrs. Coy Mean, the rap? You know how girls like to throw their last name in there still. Child, who knows? Maybe they just, you know, it is what it is. Maybe they just, you know, then make their stuff private, okay? It is what it is, like some property, and I ain't mad at them if they did. Shout out to Hun, shout out to that. Now anyway, let's move on and let's talk about Blueface and Chrisean. Y'all make sure I scoot up, be comfortable, hit the damn light. And child, so Chrisean. Shout out to Chrisean. She claps back. I said, ooh, I forgot to tag Jaden. Yeah, Chrisean went ahead and clap back at Jaden and Alexis. Now let me just say this. I like Jaden. I do. Okay? And I damn sure try not to be Moni and get in the middle. Because I like them both. I like Jaden and Alexis. I like Chrisean. Okay? Now, being that I found out who Chrisean was before I found out who Jaden and Alexis was. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like I don't know. I don't know how it's kind of hard to explain that, but I guess it will. You could say like I was a fan of Chrisean's first, which I know is a supporter or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Chrisean first. Um, and then slowly, I begin to see, come to know who Jaden is, right? But I don't know. I think it was the fact that I got on Chrisean first, right? And took a liking to her. So when I seen Jaden, it was like, ugh, why you tripping with my girl Chrisean? What she do to you? Like that's how the vibes was. So it is what it is. Shout out to Jaden though for just being herself, and sticking with it because it is what it is. She won me over as a supporter. It is what it is. Like, yeah. But I was telling y'all just recently, I don't like when Jada talks about Chrisean's son. I don't like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, no, truth is, I just feel like it's one of her tacky moments, okay? Which Jaden don't really have a lot of tackiness, I would say. You know what I'm saying? Just because I told y'all Jaden is a vibe as far as like her style and stuff like that goes. Yeah, no, truth is, I really feel like the girls could. Because y'all know how they love to say Nevaeh be cosplaying both of them. Child, ooh, speaking of the Nevaeh too, Jada and Alexis called Nevaeh a hillbilly child. When I tell y'all she ate with that. Man, she ate down. Like I literally been hearing this girl call her hillbilly in my dreams. True story. Okay, like true story. But for real, like this Blueface shit is taking off. These folks is all in my dreams, child, for real. For real. You want the truth? You gotta be able to hand it over here with me. Like I was having a dream and all I could hear was somebody saying like, I don't wrestle. I beat bitches up. And that made me think about Chrisean. Like I don't even know where I got that from. Like somebody help me out. Jump in my comments, let me know where I got that from. But that is like something that has been stuck in my head. But I remember also one day, I was talking to a very special person. I love you so much, love you down, miss you. And she was basically saying that like, I don't argue. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how to argue. You know what I'm saying? And then it gave the vibe, I beat bitches up. Like that just is what it is. That's the vibe it gave. You know what I'm saying? And to the point where I was telling y'all, I don't think that a lot of people who are good at fighting, they might not be good at arguing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, no, truth is, cause I feel like they be like, what? You see what I'm saying? Yeah, no, truth is, you ain't. See what you did was your thought, okay? People be thinking they finna be in an argument, but that usually ain't how it go. You know what I'm saying? When somebody um, um, rather let the hands do the talking, so to speak. And so with that being said, like that's the vibe that I get from Chrisean. Yeah, no, the truth is, you want the truth? Come on now. You're gonna have to handle it over here with me. So shout out to that. That's the vibe that I get from Chrisean. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how to argue. I just beat bitches up, Um, mm, mm. Yeah. That is definitely the vibe that I get. You know what I'm saying? But she did her best, you know what I'm saying, to clap back at Jaden. But clearly, you know, if we talking, you know, like, um, listen, if we talking about a bumping match, yeah, I mean, and them gums flopping, then yeah, Jaden, I feel like Jaden got that all day. It is what it is, all day, okay? Because I just told y'all, Jada kind of that lady, a damn hillbilly. It was funny to me. It was so freaking funny to me. Yeah, now truth is, Jaden got it everybody. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But you know, Chrisean has responded and she clapped back a little bit, you know. And she was basically like, girl, what now? You know? She was basically like, Jaden, you need a handout. You know, that's what it's giving. That's what it's giving. And I need to find some clips for y'all so y'all can hear Chrisean saying it herself. But she was basically like, she was like, Jaden is talking about me and my son because she need a handout. You know, she was like, what are you streaming on? You know, Chrisean was like, look at my camera. You know what I'm saying? And I see what it is. She basically wanted to clap back at Jaden as far as like money goes. You know, I don't know what Chrisean's money situation is, but right now she feel like she up. You know, and she like, that's it. You know, like that's it. You know, cause that's what she kept saying. She kept saying Jaden ain't got no money. Jaden ain't got no motion. Yeah, Chrisean said, bad bitches love me, chain like a slush, like that. Okay. I said, okay. Chrisean said, this emotion party you cannot get in. I mean, you know, for real. It is what it is. I'm telling y'all the things that she was saying. And she didn't say that. But in other words, you know, truth is in other words. She was saying like, you know, she talked about how she took a year off. She was saying, Chrisean was saying that she took a year off. She was like, but you can't do that. You know what I'm saying? Chrisean was basically saying that, you know, she took a year off, but she didn't panic. She said she just started, you know, basically spending up her money. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it is what it is. Running through her funds. You know, and I seen people that was kind of, you know, I seen people that was basically on Jada and Alexis' side, and they was kind of, you know, they was telling Chrisean, but Chrisean, you was just living in your car, and you was just, you know, getting into it with Lemmy over money, you know what I'm saying? They was basically telling her how soon did you forget, you know. But I kind of feel like they was kind of confirming what she was saying a little bit, you know what I'm saying? She was saying she took the year off, and, you know, she never panicked, you know, but yeah, I feel like maybe that was her way of saying, yeah, things got, you know, a little effed up for me, you know what I'm saying, around that time. But what else was she saying? She was just saying that she needs Blueface. Jaden does. You know, she was like, Chrisean was basically saying she don't. You know, she was popping it. It is what it is. She popped it when she was on some, you know, I got motion. I can go do this, this, and that, and people gonna pay attention to what I got going on. You ain't got none of that. She said, you ain't got none of that. And then she was like, I'll mop you. For real. Low key. High key. You know what I'm saying? High key. You doing all that bumping with me and I'll mop your ass. It's crazy. She said, you let Biggie get at you like that. She started laughing. You know what I'm saying? She had a lot to say, y'all. I gotta find some clips. Let me see. And I don't know. It was just, just entertaining to hear her speak on what she wanted to speak on. And then she was talking about how you talking about my baby was flopping all around. She was like, yeah, like that BBL. She was like, that BBL is a flop. She said, Jaden ain't gonna do nothing. She said, Jaden ain't gonna do nothing. She said she ain't gonna get in the gym and she ain't gonna get in the ring. Chrisean is crazy. So she definitely clap back at Jaden. Now, like I told y'all, I'm damn sure not in the middle of none of this. You know what I'm saying? That these girls got going. Like, no, as a content creator, I think that is one of the worst things that we can do. Truth is, that's one of the worst things that we can do is like get emotionally involved in these situations. And invested too. But let me just say this, so with that being said, I personally I was proud of Chrisean for clapping back, you know what I'm saying, at Jaden because hell, what's her name? Jaden can't be the one having all the fun, You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. She can't be the only one having all the fun now. Now I'm gonna tell y'all like this. It's a lot going on. Uh y'all let me just play this clip real quick. Shout out to Dumb News. Shout out to Dumb News who be clipped in their clips. Like you gonna talk about tell her to look in the mirror. Get in the gym. She won't get in the ring. She won't get in the gym. All she do is what is he saying, Dre? That's crazy. She said, y'all heard her? I think Blue had that boy too much. Like, you know what I'm talking about? Tell her to look in the mirror. Get in the gym. She won't get in the ring. She won't get in the gym. All she do is what is he saying, girl? That's crazy. You know what? Chrisean was kind of like just having a real calm conversation about Jaden. For real. Come on, man. Y'all trying to pay bills for a whole year without working. That should show you how much money I really make. Y'all heard her? Hold on, they like to use music with that stuff. I ain't feeling that. Get the fuck on with them. Shout out to them though. Yeah, no, truth is, they get the fuck on with that. Shout out to Chrisean, though. You know what I'm saying? I don't think Chrisean, like, it's hard to explain, but she don't have that energy for Jaden, which is not surprising because usually it's the girl. You know what I'm saying? Don't mess with my man. I'm gonna be the one to bring it to you. Okay, you know what I'm saying? So that's Jaden's position. But Chrisean was like, yeah, Chrisean was like, yeah, she said she know where Jaden live. You know what I'm saying? I guess that was her way of saying, you know, like, quit playing with me, Jaden. You know what I'm saying? For you get what you dialing up, you know? And of course, Jaden on some, you know, you come where my kids live, you know, which is understandable, you know, it is what it is. But yeah. Out of everything Chrisean said, she heard that. Yeah, no, truth is, she heard that. Um, which is crazy. But let me just say this, y'all. It's a lot going on. Um, um, Child, it's been a lot going on, but I'm gonna tell y'all like this. I'm starting to peep they play a little bit, and it's just from them talking too much. And the truth is, they talk too much. Like Chrisean, you know what I'm saying? She talked too much. Cause like I was listening to what she was saying, basically, and just listening to what she was saying, y'all made me peep everything. Yeah, nah, and I could be wrong with a little bit, but like, now I see how investigators and stuff like that be working. You know what I'm saying? It's just, it's easy. I feel like they just need some of the story. And sometimes they don't necessarily need you. You know what I'm saying? They always need you, but sometimes if you won't tell them what's going on, they'll start to speculate and start putting pieces together. Like me, because listen to this. Yeah, I done did some investigative work a little bit. Well, not really. It's just like I started using my mind a little bit. So shout out to that. Okay, so listen to this. Chrisean was basically saying that um hold on. Chrisean said a couple of things, but let me just say, she was saying that, okay, when she was telling Jaden and Alexis that she don't have no motion, yeah, she you know what I'm saying, she do. Um, that made me think like, okay, Blueface is still way more in control than we think. Yeah, now that boy is still way more in control than we thought. Let's talk about it. You know what I'm saying? That was one thing. And then another thing she said, she was basically saying that like Blueface is kind of like trying to feel Nevaeh out. She was saying it. She was saying he's trying to figure out if he want to put her on or not. You know what I'm saying? But Chrisean was like, if he's smart, she wouldn't. He wouldn't. I think she said because she talked too much. I forgot what she said. Oh yeah, but yeah, Chrisean, she was kind of trying to get. She was giving Nevaeh some game for real. You know, um, she was. Even people were saying Chrisean didn't take her own advice. Well, it's because she went through it. You know what I'm saying? So now looking back, she could tell the next girl how to do it. You know what I'm saying? And what Chrisean was basically saying is Nevaeh talks too much. She be telling Blueface that she'll do this, that, and that when she just need to sit back and be dumb. Like, you already look dumb. Go on and pretend it. You know what I'm saying? That's what Chrisean was saying. You know. In other words, if you ask me, Chrisean is basically saying now, cause don't put Nevaeh on. You know what I'm saying? Because Nevaeh ain't gonna Nevaeh is 9 times out of 10 gonna go against this ish. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Like that's the vibe that Chrisean giving. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's the vibes that Chrisean was giving when she was talking. You know, it is what it is. Which further leads me to believe that, like, yeah, when people keep saying Blueface finna get another reality show, yeah, that might be true. At first, I thought he was just talking a little bit, but I definitely think that, like, yeah, I think he got something brewing. You know, truth is, a lot of people keep saying that. A lot of people keep saying that they feel like, um, some kind of way him and Chrisean gonna be back together, and he gonna have Nevaeh too still. Um, and I don't know. There might be some truth to that. I will say this though. I don't think Nevaeh is in on a lot of. I think Blueface ain't really telling her that much. I think that's why he keep doing stuff. Like people think he keep trying to get her out. I don't know if that's the case. I think he just trying to. It's something he doing though for sure. And he could be trying to get her out because I already told y'all how I feel about that LA stuff. But allegedly, Nevaeh do live in LA. See, that changes things. Remember, I was telling y'all that like if you give birth in LA, your child support is lovely out there allegedly. So I think Blueface was trying to get her to go back to Indiana and give birth. That's what my personal opinion. That's what I thought. You know what I'm saying? But now I don't know, cause if she live in LA, then it just is what it is. She giving birth out there somewhere in California. Allegedly, she live in California already. I don't know. Yeah, now truth is, I really don't know how true that is. But again, though, back to Blueface and Chrisean. Overall, though, so when Chrisean, y'all know how Chrisean was all lost and stuff like that. She was lost. Chrisean kind of really didn't know whether she was coming or going. The day when when Blueface first got out. And I think he was like, nah, you need to get your shit together. You need to get your shit together. And I personally, I think he was behind her going to go get her shit together. Period. Like to, I hate that I think that because it's almost like it's taking away a little bit of the credit from her. But for some reason, you know, I just feel like he played a big part in that because now all of a sudden, right? Uh, the brand is up. Her brand is up. Her brand has been uh resuscitated. You know what I'm saying? To a sense, yeah. Now, truth is, because when right before Blueface had got out of jail, Chrisean had ran her shit in the ground. And if you notice, Blueface kept telling her, don't stream, stay offline until I get out. You know what I'm saying? Chrisean really didn't know what to do with herself, seemingly. You know what I'm saying? She had a lot going on. And to this day, I think and people be like, leave Blueface alone and this and that. But the whole time, I feel like he was always part of the plan, if that makes sense. Like it's hard to explain, but I feel like he distanced himself from her. I feel like it was all done on purpose. It's hard to explain, y'all, but I feel like he orchestrated it. In other words, I feel now truth is, I feel like all of it was orchestrated by Blueface. Now, could I be wrong? Yeah. And could he be just, you know what I'm saying? Like, but I don't, for some reason, I don't believe that at all. I don't. That's why when people was like, oh, Blueface told her to work on her body and she did, she got in shape and blah, 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 blah. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I think it's starting to make even more sense. And so, if you pay attention now, people feel like, oh, Chrisean messing up her brand for Blueface, but Shoot, I feel like Blueface was the one getting the brand and keeping the brand together in the first place. So that's why he able to laugh at Clarissa, Dion, and anybody else that tells Chrisean to break away from him. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like he been involved, y'all. You know what I'm saying? It's what it is. I feel like he been involved. So now if you pay attention to Chrisean, she kind of seems all over the place a little bit, just a little bit. You know what I'm saying? As far as like what she gonna do with boxing and what she gonna really do with her life and stuff. Because if you ask me, like she like what's going on? Like it's hard to explain, but like her brand is still intertwined. You know what I'm saying? With Bluefaces. It is what it is. Whole time you have a lot of people who been supporting her like, yeah, girl, leave him. You don't need him. You can do so much better without him. But that wasn't, I don't feel like that's what Chrisean was thinking. You know what I'm saying? I think Chrisean was on some, I don't want to leave him. I don't want to be without him. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like I was telling y'all, for real. I didn't have all of the information that I have today that I had a couple of weeks ago. But just like when I was telling y'all that, like, it's like Blueface be acting like it be seeming like Blueface is in college. You know what I'm saying? You know when somebody go away for college, it just is what it is. It's really nothing you can do. Either you can move to where they at, but most people usually don't. They usually stay where they are, and the other person goes out to college and comes back every now and then. You know what I'm saying? And it's almost this thing where like you're waiting on somebody. You know what I'm saying? They say, you say, They say, you say, You know? And so it's like Blueface is almost in control as far as that goes. Like, all right, now going back to Baltimore. You know what I'm saying? For you mess up your brand. It is what it is. Your brand, everything that you got going on, your support, like you building something down there in Baltimore. Going back. You know, it is what it is. Like, so he's controlling how often they get to see each other. You know, just all of that. You know, all of that. But I definitely think that, you know, I think that they are in business together. Not only just in bed together, but I also feel like they still in business together. You know, and you know, it is what it is. I would say, you know, get the money. It is what it is. Get it while it's here. You know, get it while it's here. It is what it is. Because I will say that I don't think that Chrisean is the old Chrisean that she used to be. You know what I'm saying? I think that she still love Blueface and all of that. But I think now she I think now she could see herself without him. You know what I'm saying? And now it's more of a decision that she making. You know? Yeah, no, the truth is, because when she was popping it, she was popping it. You know what I'm saying? Just these last couple of days, and she was saying, she said she don't need Blueface, they do. She said, they need him, I don't. He need me. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how she started talking just recently, you know? So, but I promise you, you listen to them. That's why they say, you know what I'm saying? There's this old saying, y'all make sure y'all hit the like button. There's this old saying that, like, if you let a person talk, they'll reveal shit. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. And the more Chrisean talks, you know, it's revealing that, like, um, she sounds like she wouldn't mind still being connected to Blueface. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. Like she's saying, she going to the new house. She gonna pray over the new house and da 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 da. I think Chrisean really knows how to make money with Blueface now. You know, it is what it is. Cause like somebody had posted a clip that was saying she rather be his sister. You know what I'm saying? Than to go back to him. I don't know, but it's kind of like I told y'all that how she see him treating Nevaeh. She knows she used to go through that. I don't think she missed that type of stuff. Like I don't know what woman would. You know, it is what it is. That's why if you listen to Chrisean talk, she just want a different. She want something different from Blueface. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, personally, I think she wants more than what he can give, or what she wants more than what he is willing to give right now. You know what I'm saying? Um, Blueface just ain't trying to give nobody his heart right now. It is what it is. Maybe later, not now. You know, not now. So if you're gonna be dealing with him, you really gotta take your feelings out of it. Yeah, nah, truth is you're gonna have to be like him. You know, you're gonna have to be more like him than he thinks though. You know what I'm saying? Because he can't know. He can't know. Or that's not gonna work. But it is what it is. Dealing with him, you definitely have to take your feelings out of it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, no, the truth is you can't care, you don't care. But I definitely think you gotta act like you do, if that makes sense. Yeah, no, the truth is, because letting Nevaeh act like she don't care, she gonna get kicked to the curb. He be saying he want her to act like she don't care, but I don't believe that. Okay. Truth is, I feel like she better give him something, okay, to hold on to. I think the minute she start acting like she don't care, like he want her to, child, she gonna get the boot. So she definitely better find balance. Cause I used to tell y'all I don't think Nevaeh care like that, and I don't. I don't think she care like that. I think she cares to a certain extent. That's it. Yeah, nah, truth is, that's it. She just cares to a certain extent. Like if Nevaeh could have it the way she wanted it, all the girls from the past, aka the baby mamas, Chrisean and Jaden, will be in the past. They will only, Blueface will only be dealing with new girls. See them past girls? Yeah, now they irritate her soul. Okay, it just is what it is. She can't stand that, you know, because she knows there's a connection there. She knows that there are feelings there. She don't like that. She wish there'd just be a thing of the past. And Blueface is funny. I said, now he claiming all the baby mamas, but not claiming the kids. He say he got 4 baby mamas and 2 kids. He'll mess with that. But I said, damn it, I can count. That's that realer. Realer? It sounds like you get claimed like a lottery ticket, boo. I don't know what all that means, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But, you know, and shout out to Carlissa. Shout out to Carlissa, because one thing about Carlissa, like, she be on the outside, but she right there. Yeah, no, truth is. So, you know how grass grow up on the fence? She right there. You know what I'm saying? She out the outside, but Carlissa will be right there. You know, truth is. And, you know, Carlissa be knowing some things. So, like, for instance, if Blueface do got something going on with a reality talk show, I think Carlissa is trying to make sure that Rila gets her get. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I think Carlissa is like Carlis is a businesswoman. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. They think she only messy. She is. But thanks to Dre, okay? Shout out to Dre, her son Dre. Like we now know Qualissa gets busy. Okay? Yeah, now truth is it's a little more than just being in the comments every day, okay? Mm. So shout out to her and shout out to that though. But now I think Carlissa, you know what I'm saying? She lost Jaden. You know, it is what it is. Jaden is gone. And quiet is kept. I personally think that's what Carlissa's issue is with Sam. Personally. That's just what I think. I think when Sam got involved, Jaden started moving different. Personally, that's just how I feel. And I think Carlissa is mad because Carlissa like, God dang it, I should have known better. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. You know? But like, Jaden started moving different, doing her own thing. You know what I'm saying? Not necessarily things that a manager, okay, will vouch for. But I'm gonna tell you like this though. I feel like Carlissa feel like she lost Jaden. It's okay. She is clinging on to dear life with Rita. She banking on Rita now. You know what I'm saying? Which ain't too bad. It really ain't bad. It's good. It's good in a lot of ways. It's good if that's really her grandbaby that she carrying. You know what I'm saying? And it's good because Blueface is disowning this girl, don't want nothing to do with this girl. And like, this girl is like, not saying this is the only means, but this girl don't need some money. You know what I'm saying? So what it is. Shout out to Carlissa for trying to get us on. You know what I'm saying? Because it is what it is. I feel like Carlissa is, you know, she going to bat for Rita. It is what it is. She gonna give Rita some money. Whether, you know, she gotta help her do it, or you know, Blueface help her do it. You know what I'm saying? Or she gotta get her in through Blueface. It is what it is. You know, I feel like, yeah, Rita got Carlissa going to bat for her. So that's good. You know what I'm saying? Real good. But like, yeah, Carlissa's a businesswoman. So she be knowing stuff too. And she was saying that, you know, if you just listen, Carlissa been Chrisean. You know what I'm saying? I think there's some tea there. You know, for real. And it's more to it than Nevaeh just not liking her. It's more to it than that. Like, for instance, she was just going off on Wack. And she was telling Wack, child, my son rather eat steaks with snakes than crumbs with bombs. He really ain't fooling with y'all like that. Yeah, no, truth is, he really ain't fooling with you like that, Wack. You know, Carlissa, according to Carlissa, Wack didn't give Blueface a crying dime when he was in jail. That's sad. You know what I'm saying? That's really sad. Where I come from, you do something. You know, you do something for people. You know, not saying you have to, but I'm saying, you know what I'm saying? You just, if you care about them, you do it on the string. But anyway, that's that. Cause who knows? Maybe Blueface never asked Wack for nothing either. You know, some people just ain't into asking because they feel like what's understood, right? Don't gotta be explained. But anyway, but Carlissa let us eat. She was basically like, Wack can't stand Chrisean and don't like Chrisean because he can't make no money off Chrisean. So he doesn't like when Blueface goes off and does business with Chrisean. I said, come on, Carlissa. Come on and talk to us. That's what the problem is with Chrisean? Okay. Shout out to Carlissa for letting us know. You see what I'm saying? It is what it is. You know, so with that being said, like, you take all of that and factor it up, yeah, now the truth is, I definitely believe that, like, these people are, yeah, you know. Personally, I feel like they in bed together business-wise. But I do. You know, if I gotta keep it real, all the way real with myself and y'all, you know, second. Myself first, y'all second. I do think that, like, there was some things that, like, yeah, you know, In other words, I feel like they had to work for it. Lemmy wasn't finna just give them no check, give them no show. No, you know, they be doing stuff. So I feel like the business gotta get right. The business gotta be 100% right. You know, and I feel like Blueface is seeing to that. You know, seemingly. He trying. And I ain't mad at him, you know, at all. It is what it is, you know. These women, they have to, you know, just know how to pick themselves up, you know, and brand. It is what it is. Brand. You know what I'm saying? And me personally, I would definitely tell them like to take the emotions out of it. I know it's, you know, it's their lives, you know, but if they can, they definitely got to take the emotions out of it. To me, I feel like personally, you know, I feel like they should be as serious as Blueface is. You see what I'm saying? It is what it is. They have to, you know, start to learn to, you know, beat him at his own game a little bit. Yeah, no, the truth is, you want the truth? Shit, it is what it is. Because, like, for instance, what Jaden did, yeah, listen, it's lots of people that want Jaden to leave Blueface alone, right? It's lots of people that want to see her doing better and not dealing with nothing that he got going. But at the same time, what she did wasn't smart. And I think a lot of people can agree on that. Even the people that want to see her doing better. Because you got a lot of people who was like, yeah, so what? They just happy, you know, because they're like, okay, well, that upset him. That upset him enough to run off and leave you alone. Good, you know. They want to see him gone. But at what cost, though? You know, at what cost? Because, like, what is that going to cost Jaden? And what is that going to cost the children? You know, I can't explain it. It's hard to explain, but I just feel like Jaden could have did things in a different way. You know, and like I was listening to Carlissa, and even though I think Carlissa is very, I think Carlissa is kind of being manipulating or manipulative in this situation. Although I kind of agree with what she was saying. You know what I'm saying? Because Carlissa was basically saying that. Carlissa was saying kind of like, you don't let your friends talk about your man. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, after they talk about him and you go back to him, now you're a problem. You know what I'm saying? As far as the friend goes, you know, and the friend is like on the outside, and that's kind of how, you know, friendships get messed up and stuff like that. And, you know, I kind of agree with Carlissa a little bit on that. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, no, truth is, I have never thought about it like that. You know, but Carlissa was like, basically, you just stay out of that type of stuff. You know? And I never thought about it like that. Now, again, I definitely think Carlissa is being manipulative. She's trying to manipulate the situation, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't think that she wants Jaden, friend. It's hard to explain, y'all. But in other words, I think Carlissa don't mind Jaden moving on. She just want to see her do it in a better position. I mean, a better way. You know what I'm saying? So like Carlissa was saying, like, and that's the truth. It is the truth. You know what I'm saying? Carlissa and Blueface felt like Jaden started doing too much with the new guy that she was dating, or the friend that she was seeing, or whatever you want to call them, you know. And I kind of do agree with that. You know what I'm saying? Jaden, to me, Jaden started dogging Blueface out. You know what I'm saying? So like the new dude coming at Blueface, and she like standing beside him going off on Blueface too. You know, like it was weird to me. I don't, you know, it is what it is. That was weird to me. You know, I feel like Jaden should have let them do whatever they was gonna do. But it's kind of like biting the hand that feeds you a little bit. You know, it's hard to explain. I know Jada be saying Blueface ain't did nothing for her and them kids in a while, but at the end of the day, Jaden, Blueface be doing for you and them kids. You know what I'm saying? You know? So to me, in my personal opinion, it ain't what you do, it's how you do. You know? So me, in my personal opinion, Jaden should have never fell out with Blueface. Not what she fell out with him for. You know what I'm saying? But I know it's too late to turn back. So she can't do nothing about it now. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. She should have never slept with that dude. That was wild. Crazy. That was crazy. You know what I'm saying? It just ain't no good decision. It was dumb. You know, it was dumb. It is what it is. These girls gotta be way more smart, you know? Yeah. Especially when you dealing with somebody like Blueface, you know what I'm saying, who think he is so damn smart, you know? Um, Child, it is what it is, but yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if would not. I wouldn't be surprised if they about to get a show. I wouldn't be surprised if, but that's another thing too. Shout out to Chrisean though, because I definitely think that, you know, one thing about Chrisean, I feel like Chrisean is like figuring it out. I do. I feel like she figuring things out as she go. You know? So you know, hey, I like where she, you know what I'm saying? I like where things are for her. And hopefully she just, you know, stays on her boxing thing, you know what I'm saying? But maybe, you know, I love the fact that, you know, her team let her do what she do, you know, because she, you know, it's hard to explain, but, you know, she's a brand. You know, she's a brand. So to say I'm only going to get money through boxing now, you know, I think that it's a blessing, you know, if she goes to LA and shoots a show in LA, you know, get that money and go back to doing what she was doing. I feel like that'll be a blessing for her. I also feel like that's the type of stuff that Chrisean is on right now. You know, but you have people like Clarissa Shields and Deion Sanders, people who support her, that don't know. You know what I'm saying? They don't know, because just like she don't know all their business when it comes to things that they have coming up, and you know what they're doing behind the scenes and stuff like that. They don't know hers either. You know. But I will say this: if you really pay attention, it does seem like something is about to happen. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, nah, truth is a little something, something. Um, we just gotta sit back and see what necessarily. But I will say this one thing before I get up out of here. A lot of people be saying that Blueface be trying to get Nevaeh to leave. I don't really see that. I don't really see that. Blueface be looking like you better be there when I get back. Yeah, nah, truth is like YG said, I need a vacation. What did he say? I forgot he ever said it. I need my in the girl, he want but see booty all out, cooking bacon. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the vibe. Like that's the vibe I get. That boy don't want that girl to leave. You know what I'm saying? That girl is his jealousy ticket. You know what I'm saying? Or his jealousy button. You know, he get to push that and pull that out on Chrisean and Jaden every chance he get. Like, ha. You know, you could have been with me. You know what I'm saying? But you messed up. So now Nevaeh has your spot. You know, it is what it is. Now the only problem is though, he don't know how to make a girl feel special in the spot. Now he got him ready to jump out the window and give it back. Hold on now. Good morning. I'm live. Y'all know I'm wrapping up, so I'm almost done. Yeah, though. Shout out to Nevaeh, who, you know, again, I feel like she just don't know a lot. Yeah, truth is, I think she don't know a lot. But I will say this though about Nevaeh. You know, as much as she is in Blueface song though, she should know something. Shit. Yeah, no, truth is. I could definitely see herself over there. But that's another thing too though. You know, Blueface probably go right back through all her stuff. But you know, I could see herself over there like sending stuff, you know what I'm saying, from his phone to her so she could read later on and get the full scope. But I don't know. For some reason, I don't think Nevaeh is over there doing a hell of a lot, but she also doesn't make me feel like she over there twiddling her thumbs either though. So shout out to that. But anyway, people stars, it's your girl Renee. I came, I saw, I conquered. I got a lot going on today. So I guess I'll see y'all on my next video. Bye y'all. I enjoyed y'all. I had a funky good time with y'all. Really wasn't even done, but I think this is a good place to wrap it up at. So yeah, y'all. I said yes, y'all. Yes, y'all. Y'all make sure y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day.